about that giveaway. So we will do a randomization. Just type in the chat, because we haven't had a new giveaway in a while, right? So yeah, we'll be pulling one, but anyone that comments in the chats, can you just set it to active users via Nightbat? During this break, we'll dive in.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1149, the 2021 Donruss One Box Pick Your Division. And we are about to get started here. Yes, we can't randomize on likes, or we would just do tons of giveaways like the stream to be entered to win. Lawrence Taylor of the Giants, Cole Beasley of the Bills. Then we're going to have a little Kenneth Murray of the Chargers, Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals, followed by a little Zeke Elliott right there. Zeke Elliott with the variation of the Dallas Cowboys, and that's going to be heading to Mr. CEO, followed by Corey Davis of the New York Jets, a Trevon Moehrig of the Raiders, Trevon Moehrig of the Las Vegas Raiders, and that is going to be heading to, blanking right there, T-Man, followed by a Deebo Samuel press proof of the 49ers, Deebo Samuel press proof of the 49ers right there, followed up by a Dominators, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles to Mr. CEO, and then Steve Young with that throwback, and that is going to be going to T-Man. Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots, Hollywood Brown of the Ravens. Then we have T.Y. Hilton of the Indianapolis Colts, Antonio Gibson of the Washington Football Team, followed by Peyton Manning of the Colts. Peyton Manning of the Colts headed to Ben, followed by Clyde Edwards-Helaire of the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we have Brevin Jordan, rated rookie of the Texans, going to Ben, followed by a little Kenneth Murray, 2 out of 101 of the Chargers, heading of the Los Angeles Chargers, heading to T-Man, and Elite Series, Michael Thomas of the New Orleans Saints, and that's going to Kenneth. Followed up with a Tom Brady, the Brady defense eats up the Lion offense defense, and that's of the Buccaneers, going to Kenneth. Haley, I wish you had became a Bills fan. Harrison Smith of the Vikings, Mike Evans of the Buccaneers, followed by Brandon Cooks of the Texans, A.J. Brown of the Titans. Then we have DeAndre Hopkins with that photo variation of the Arizona Cardinals going to T-Man, followed up by another Tom Brady of the Patriots, Terrace Marshall Jr., rated rookie of the Carolina Panthers, going to Kenneth, followed up by Jarrett Patterson of the Washington Football Team to Mr. CEO. Jarrett Patterson going to have a huge year. Then we have Derrick Henry of the Action All-Pros of the Tennessee Titans going to Ben, followed up by a 2001 throwback Javon Curse of the Titans headed to Ben as well. It was Bud Dupree. It showed him in a tight Steelers jersey. And but it didn't have his name on it except on the back. Darren Waller of the Raiders, followed by George Kittle of the San Francisco 49ers. Then we have Chad Johnson of the Bengals, Xavier Howard of the Dolphins, Robert Gronkowski with that variation of the Buccaneers to Kenneth. And then we have a Joe Schobert of the Jaguars, followed by Azeez Olahari of the New York Giants to Mr. CEO. And then here's one, Brett. a rated rookie. That's going to be Jeremiah Wasu-Kamara from Notre Dame on the Cleveland Browns, headed to T-Man. Following that up, we have a Power Formulas Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants to Mr. CEO. And then a retro series, Drew Bledsoe of the New England Patriots, headed to T-Man. Roxanne must have my tongue. We do have BreakTraders Roxy in the house tonight. First time in a while. We've been bringing Tucker in a lot more because he loves seeing people and doesn't get to as much. Myles Garrett of the Browns, Dallas Goedert of the Eagles. Then we have Brian Burns of the Panthers, followed by Johnny Hecker of the Rams. A little Henry Ruggs photo variation of the Raiders going to T-Man. Followed up by Shaquille Griffin of the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by Mr. Nico Collins of the Houston Texans. And then we have a Javon Holland press-proof rated rookie of the Miami Dolphins to T-Man. Followed up by the rookies, Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers, headed to T-Man. And then we have Mike Allstott with that 2001 throwback edition of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Kenneth. And folks, if you're enjoying these Donruss breaks, there is a lot more available. A lot more available. Would love to do a snake at the end of the night as well, but you can get in for 25% off. Akeem Hicks of the Bears, Leonard Williams of the Giants, followed by Michael Vick of the Falcons, Mike Williams of the Chargers, a Travis Kelce variation of the Kansas City Chiefs, headed to T-Man. Then we're going to have a Zadarius Smith of the Packers, followed by Jamin Davis of the Washington Football Team to Mr. CEO. And then we're going to have a Gridiron Kings rookies, Trey Lance. Nice hit right there. Of the 49ers going to T-Man. Followed up by an Elite Series rookie, Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles, headed to Mr. CEO. And then the champ is here, Rob Gronkowski of the Buccaneers. And that's going to Kenneth. Yeah, I agree. Very cool looking card right there. Brett, if you're feeling so inclined, would love to see if that's got a valuation out there. I know it's day of, so tough. Trey White of the Bills, James White of the Patriots, A.J. Green of the Bengals, Jonathan Taylor of the Colts. We're going to have a Darius Leonard variation of the Indianapolis Colts, and that is going to be heading to Ben, followed up by Daniel Sorensen of the Chiefs. Then we have Mr. Luke Farrell, rated rookie of the Jacksonville Jaguars, going to Ben, followed by Mr. Cam Akers of the Rams, press proof, and that is going to be going to T-Man. Followed up by an Action All-Pros, Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs, going to T-Man. And then we have the 2001 throwback, Howie Long of the Raiders, and that is going to be going to T-Man as well. I grabbed Cam Akers. I started a Dynasty Auction League this year with some friends. I got Cam Akers. I had a $500 budget. I got him for $10. And I know he's not going to play this year and possibly not the year after, but that talent for $10. Then we have Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. Then we have Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, followed by Ryan Kerrigan of the Washington Football Team, followed by Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions, Mr. Chase Young with that little variation of the Washington Football Team to Mr. CEO. Following that up, we have Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, the Rashad Bateman rated rookie of the Baltimore Ravens to T-Man. Following that up with Robert Woods of the Rams, Derrick Henry Power Formulas of the Tennessee Titans heading to Ben. And then we have a Road to the Super Bowl, Baker Mayfield of the Cleveland Browns going to T-Man. I'm still so disappointed that the Browns didn't beat the Chiefs when Mahomes got hurt, because one, I would have loved to see the Browns-Bills AFC Championship game, but 2, I think the Bills would have gone to the Super Bowl. Debo Samuel of the 49ers, Olivier Vernon of the Browns, Jameis Winston of the Saints, T. Higgins of the Bengals, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is going to Mr. CEO, followed by Mark Brunell of the Jags, Pete Werner of the New Orleans Saints. And then we have a Mike Williams die cut, 53 out of 75 of the Chargers. Right there. And then, folks, a parallel that I didn't see in a prior pack because it was a base and I didn't flip it over. Aqueous Test, Robert Woods of the Rams, and that's going to T-Man.
Well, that was a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's a great thing. If you see any more of those, John, feel free to holler them, send them over here. The rookies, Ian Book of the New Orleans Saints, going to Kenneth, followed by a 2001 Troy Aikman of the Dallas Cowboys, headed to Mr. CEO. John showed it to me like thinking that there was some sort of mistake on the card. Fletcher Cox of the Eagles, Kareem Hunt of the Browns. Then we have Dan Marino of the Dolphins, Jeremy Chin of the Panthers. We're going to have that Drew Brees photo variation of the New Orleans Saints going to Kenneth. James Robinson of the Jaguars, a Trey Sermon rated rookie headed to Miss T-Man. Following that up with an Elijah Moore of the New York Jets. Elijah Moore of the Jets headed to T-Man as well. And then we have an Elite Series Marquez Colston of the New Orleans Saints going to Kenneth. And then a champ is here, Tyler Johnson of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Kenneth as well. And oh boy, the throat is getting beat up here. Miles Sanders of the Eagles, Andy Dalton of the Bears, Robert Woods of the Rams, Foye Oakland of the Falcons, Mr. Saquon Barkley of the Giants with that variation headed to Mr. CEO. And then we have Marquez Valdez-Scantling of the Packers, a Jalen Phillips rated rookie of the Miami Dolphins headed to T-Man, followed by a press-proof Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings going to Haley. Then we have a little Dominators, J.J. Watt of the Arizona Cardinals headed to T-Man as well. And then a Dan Marino 2001 throwback of the Miami Dolphins headed to T-Man. Haley, I'll invite you to another Discord that I'm in that has like thousands and thousands of members. I'll just drop it in our Discord, the invite link to that, and you can probably ask there for it too. Darius Slayton of the Giants, Devin Singletary of the Bills, followed by Derwin James of the Chargers, Christian Kirk of the Cardinals, the Tom Brady variation of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Kenneth. Then we have a Mr. Javian Hawkins of the Atlanta Falcons RC to Kenneth as well, followed up by Tom Brady's 424th career touchdown pass. Then we have the all-time Joe Montana Gridiron Kings right there of the 49ers to T-Man, followed by Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Los Angeles Rams Elite Series rookies headed to T-Man. Then we have Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs going to T-Man right there with that highlights. And Brett, in terms of value stacks, the Jets, Michael Carter and Zach Wilson. The Jags before Etienne got hurt with him and Lawrence. I don't know. Sermon maybe right now because of the Etienne injury. It all depends on who you think is going to be great. Jordan Poyer of the Bills, Devin McCourty of the Patriots, Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, Michael Pittman Jr. of the Colts, a little Tua variation of the Miami Dolphins going to T-Man, Following that up with Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, Mr. Kylan Hill, a rated rookie of the Green Bay Packers, a press-proof Jamison Crowder of the Jets out of 100, followed by a Dominators Joey Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, headed to T-Man. That Jamison Crowder of the Jets to T-Man as well. And then the 2001 throwback Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals to T-Man. Oh yeah, I didn't even remember more. Justin Tucker of the Ravens, followed by Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin of the Washington football team. David Johnson of the Texans. A little DK Metcalf variation right there of the Seattle Seahawks, headed to T-Man. Then we have Jalen Smith of the Cowboys, followed by boom diddly. It is Mr. Justin Fields, and we might as well start the fireworks because we have a Trevor Lawrence gold-rated rookie as well. The portrait and the Justin Fields of the Bears, headed to Haley, and Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars going to Ben. A Lawrence Taylor's Legend series of the New York Giants to Mr. CEO, followed by a DK Metcalf highlights of the Seahawks, headed to T-Man. There's no number on that gold right there. Maybe it's just an like orange. I was like searching and I couldn't find anything for that. Or just portrait. Got it. Here we go. Our next is going to be a little Jersey Kings, and that is More Than a Thielen of the Minnesota Vikings, and that's going to Haley. Randy Moss of the Vikings, Sean Alexander of the Seahawks, Drew Brees of the Saints, Tyler Boyd of the Bengals. We have a little Julio Jones action of the Atlanta Falcons variation to Kenneth. Deonta Johnson of the Steelers, Frank Darby of the Atlanta Falcons right there. The Drew Brees press proof of the New Orleans Saints going to Kenneth. Thanks, Brett. I will definitely sizzle that one up. Then we have the rookies, Trey Lance. That's a nice Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers going to T-Man. No shortage of rookie QBs here. And then the 2001 throwback, Andre Johnson of the the Houston Texans going to Ben. Drew Lock of the Broncos, Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers, a little Jerome Baker of the Dolphins, Robbie Anderson of the Panthers, Mr. Joey Burrow, the variation of the Bengals, and that is going to head to T-Man, followed by James Conner of the Cardinals, an Ian Book rated rookie of the New Orleans Saints to Kenneth, followed by Eric Stokes out of 500 of the Green Bay Packers going to Haley. Then we have a little bit of the Elite Series, Bill Romanowski of the Denver Broncos to T-Man, and a Retro Series, Ozzie Newsome of the Browns, and that is going to T-Man as well. Odell Beckham Jr. of the Browns, followed by Travis Fulgham of the Eagles, Leonard Floyd of the Rams, Russell Gage of the Falcons, Baker Mayfield with that variation of the Browns to T-Man. Then we have Marcus May of the Jets, a Simi Fioco rated rookie of the Dallas Cowboys, followed by a Trevon Moehrig, and that bad boy is going to be a gold proof out of 25. Nice hit right there. Of the Raiders to T-Man, Following that bad boy up with the Dominators, Kyler Murray of the Cardinals to T-Man as well. And then we have the 2001 throwback Mike Vick of the Falcons going to Kenneth. Allen Robinson of the Bears, Evan Ingram of the Giants, a little Joey Bosa of the Chargers. Then we're going to have a Barry Sanders of the Lions headed to Haley. Denzel Mims of the Jets. Followed by Christian Barmore of the New England Patriots headed to T-Man. Josh Jacobs, Gridiron Kings of the Raiders to T-Man. A Elite Series rookies, that's Mr. Josh Palmer of the Chargers going to T-Man as well. And then little John Lynch with his induction of the Denver Broncos. And, excuse me, that is going to be heading to T-Man. And then here we go. It is going to be a 2001 throwback, 12 out of 25, Mr. Terry Bradshaw with the auto of the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to T-Man. Alrighty, let's run these rookies down. Josh Palmer of the Chargers, Christian Barmore of the Patriots, Simi Fioco of the Cowboys, Eric Stokes out of 500 of the Packers, Ian Book of the Saints, Frank Darby of the Falcons, Kylan Hill of the Packers, Tutu Atwell of the Rams, Javian Hawkins of the Falcons, Jalen Phillips of the Dolphins, Elijah Moore of the New York Jets, Trey Sermon of the 49ers, Ian Book, the rookies of the Saints, Pete Wenner of the Saints, Rashad Bateman of the Ravens, Luke Farrell of the Jags, Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles, Jamin Davis of the Washington Football Team, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Javon Holland of the Dolphins, Nico Collins of the Texans, the no-name parallel Jeremiah Wasu-Kamara of the Browns, Azeez Olahari of the Giants, Jarrett Patterson of the Washington Football Team, Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Panthers, Brevin Jordan of the Texans, and Trevon Moehrig of the Raiders. And here we go. Definitely a very cool, auto to grab. I don't know, I think it's kind of like that Bills Jim Kelly Marv Levy one you hit. Don't know how truly valuable it is, but to a single person, it could be. Alrighty, let's run this down. First, some numbers. We have the number die cut, 53 out of 75. That silver press-proof die cut. Mike Williams of the Chargers headed to T-Man, followed by Trevon Moehrig out of 25 of the Raiders. And that is going to be going to T-Man as well. And then we're going to dive into our Jersey Kings. More than a Thielen, it's Adam Thielen, and that's out of 349 of the Vikings headed to Haley. And then we have the out of 25 Terry Bradshaw of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is going to T-Man. And then here we go. No shortage of quarterbacks. We have Justin Fields, and then we got the dual Trey Lances. Justin Fields and the dual Trey Lances right there. Trey Lance of the 49ers headed to T-Man. Justin Fields of the Bears headed to Haley. And then, boom, goes the dynamite. It's going to be a magged up Trevor Lawrence getting that sizzle sticker of the Jacksonville Jaguars headed to Ben. And with that, we are done with break 1149. We are going to take a 3-minute break and be back with break 1353.